Happy birthday, Yoongi! You said Yoongi as well, didn't you?
Augusty.
Was I supposed to say something different?
No,
he has so many names.
She said Suga, the man of many names.
He has, yeah.
It's my man's birthday. So feel free to leave the room, guys. This is
I was going to say, I'm preparing right now.
Should we go someone else? Is that...
So, I was going to say, what can I say about my man? This could be a very long video.
You say it always every day anyway, so...
I do.
Just go and watch those.
I could splice in just all the videos.
Don't make me cat live through it.
Like the nose.
Do you need us here? Do you just want to splice together
the nose, the top lip. The hair. The long hair.
Oh, where we had a thing with the top lip.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right.
It curves. It's like curves.
Cat, man. Stop asking stupid questions and make her go off on tangents.
So, for Yoongi's birthday, we put up a poll on YouTube and people voted for First Love as the solo to do. Is this an Augusty or
No.
Suga from BTS one?
That's a BTS one.
I don't know what to expect when it's a BTS one. Because when it's an Augusty one, I'm expecting a hard-hitting, heavy rap, even though People isn't. It's melodic. But with the BTS one, like with Seesaw, is completely different, so...
Yeah. I haven't heard this one in so long, and it's not one of the ones, nothing wrong with it, like I can't even remember how it goes, but it's not one of the ones that I kind of go to, so yeah, I haven't heard it for ages. Yeah. I think he's writing about music. I think he talks about his first love being music.
That's nice.
Can't remember. You guys all know, tell us in the comments. And it's I think it's this one. It's nice that it's not about a person. It could be, you know what I mean? It's different.
Yeah, because you do go through different emotions through life that are not always connected to other people.
Yeah, and that's something that's introverted just to him.
Yeah,
and if that's where he finds peace and whatnot, and that is his first love, and in a way, if this was from that Wings era time, then that's what 2016. Even he was obviously rapping and trying to get his career on the go even before being with BTS debuting at 2013. So by the time him singing this in 2016, he's probably gone through lots of ups and downs and still fighting. And it was just before they started winning their big awards and their daysangs and things. So it's just nice that he says, like, this passion still hasn't gone away.
Yeah.
You know, because for a lot of people, it's not that their passion went away so much as it can be their passion was burned out by maybe the negativity or the struggle.
It becomes tainted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's nice that, you know, he can still say, no, this will always be my first love and I can go back to it.
Or like you say, the novelty wears off because you have it all the time. Like, as much as you love chocolate cake, if you were eating chocolate cake every day, you'd get sick of it.
Yeah, if something becomes your job, it can change your relationship dynamic with it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Again, he may have written the song to remind himself of how he used to feel about it, to, you know, refresh that feeling.
Yeah. To like self-certify kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting.
So this is a live performance of it.
Oh, okay.
So it's got English subs.
Cool.
So, yeah.
어른집 집안의 구석 한켠에 자리 잡은 갈색 피아노 그때 기억해 내 키보다 훨씬 더 컸던 갈색 피아노 그게 날이 그때 널 우러러보며 동경했었네 작은 손가락으로 널 어루만질 때 I feel so nice ma I feel so nice 그저 손 가던 대로 거닐던 건봐
It's nice spoken word.
의미 몰랐었네 바라보기만 해도 좋았던 그때 기억해 초등학교 무렵 내 키가 너의 키보다 더 커지던 그때 그토록 동경했던 널 등한시하며 배고 갔던 건 방구 위 먼지가 쌓여가며 방치됐던 네 모습 그때도 몰랐었지 너의 의미 내가 어딨든 넌 항상 그 자리를 지켰으니 그런데 그게 마지막 이대지 몰랐네 이대로
Goosebumps.
내가 떠나도 걱정은 하지마 넌 스스로 잘해낼 테니까 널 처음 만났던 그때가 생각나 어느새 훌쩍 커버렸네 네가 우리 관계 마치 펼치지만 절대 내게 미안해 하지마 어떤 형태로든 날 다시 만나게 될 거야 그때 반갑게 다시 맞아줘 그때 기억해 까맣게 잊고 있었던 널 다시 마주했던 때 14살 무렵 어색도 잠시 다시는 어루만졌지 긴 시간 떠나 있어도 절대 거부감 없이 날 받아줬던 너 Without you I'm nothing 새벽을 지나서 둘이서 함께만은 아침 영원히 너는 나에게 손을 놓지마 나도 다시 널 놓지 않을 테니까 그때 기억해 나의 10대의 마지막 함께 볼트봤던 너 그래 한치 앞도 빼지 않던 그때 울고 너와 함께여서 그 순간조차 이제는 추억 박살난 어깨를 자꾸 말했지 내 더 이상은 진짜 못하겠다고 포기하고 싶던 그때마다 곁에서 너 말했지 이 새끼야 너는 진짜 할 수 있다고 그래 그때 기억해 지치고 방황했었던 절망의 깊은 수렁에 빠지던 그때 내가 널 밀어내고 널 만난 그 원망에 너 꿋꿋이 내 곁을 지켰지 말은 또 그러니 절대 너는 내 손을 놓지 마두 번 다시 내가 널 놓치지 않을 테니까 나의 탓은 그리고 내 삶의 그 모든 걸 지켜본 너일 테니까 내 기억의 구석 한켠에 자리 잡은 갈색 피아노 오른쪽 집안의 구석 한켠에
Instrumental part in the produced track.
I can't remember.
No, because it sounds like the part they add in the concert. Wow.
It was nice to see a live performance of it.
I'll be honest, I didn't see much of the live performance because I was reading the lyrics. Because I felt like, as you're reading them, you're like, this song is very much about what he's saying.
No, definitely. And I think that's why there wasn't as much of a performance. But
you definitely saw emotion in his face.
Yeah, and it was nice that there was
very emotional.
images to enhance the story that he was telling. Now, I don't know if you'll know. Army, tell us in the comments. I thought it was only in the BU. I didn't know if it actually happened or not, but people have spoken about how Suga's house had a house fire. And that was in the pictures there, the fire. And I didn't know if that was real or not, if that actually happened to him. But I'd be interested to know. I thought it was only in the BU.
And he could have lost
that his character had a house fire. But maybe there was a crossover there because the Wings era very much was that storytelling. So perhaps that was some of bringing in the BU. But obviously the lyrics that he wrote were true to his own story anyway. So it could have been a bit of both there.
It was amazing as well, the way he spoke of it, like almost like once he went back to piano, he said like when he was 14, it's like music became like his comfort, his outlet. It's almost like the way he, like, it sped up and he got more, I don't know what the right word is, like desperate, more in his voice, more emotional. It's like music was what he was clinging to get through. Like it became the thing he had.
And I think it's interesting because it's like he talked about the piano as if it was a person and a presence, but then when he talked about he lost his way a little bit, and he moved away from it when he was a teenager, as a lot of teenagers do. You know, you other stuff comes in, other stuff happens, your interests, you get distracted, whatnot.
What's considered cool and what's not.
Yeah.
You know?
So when he came back to it, it was interesting. He felt like guilty, and it was almost like, please don't judge me that I've been away or I lost my way or whatever. And it was like he was remembering what was once important to him, which I think that's very human. But it was just really nice that he was like, oh, you know, I didn't mean to neglect you. Yeah. And it was just quite sweet. He was talking about this piano as if it was a person and as if it had feelings. Which is so funny because it's almost like the piano is an inanimate object, but it's almost like what it represents. I think it's almost like he feels guilty that maybe he was neglecting a part of himself.
Yeah.
So it's almost like the feelings of the piano is because it actually does mean so much. You think it does have feelings in a weird way.
And like you say, of making it a bit like a person, as in I may have neglected you, but you were still in the corner of the room, so you were still there if I needed you, or waiting for me when I was ready.
Yeah, which is very sweet.
Yeah.
And throughout all of that other stuff being turbulent and forever changing and whatnot, that was the little steady thing that was always there, actually.
Almost like if he did an MV, it would be a time lapse of all the stuff going on in the house, people growing up, moving in, moving out, arguments, all of that, and the piano would just be sat the same all the way through. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's interesting that he talked about the keys being made of jade, because I think jade is a semi-precious crystal. And I can't remember. Jade, I believe, has healing properties to it.
Okay.
Obviously, like jade rollers and stuff.
So the idea of playing the music was healing.
Is healing, yeah. So yeah, it was sweet. It was very raw though, very vulnerable, and you could see. I think Igor was getting a bit emotional near the end. So, because obviously for him, it's almost like
he put everything on music, didn't he?
But it also for him goes back down memory lane and probably faces things or reminds him of things that he doesn't want to remember.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he can't avoid remembering because the music was always his go-to.
Yeah.
So it's just interesting.
And because he does seem to put all of this into his work, into his art, so...
So yeah, nice.
And it's clearly a personal song.
Yeah.
So that also is going to evoke more emotion in you, isn't it? That it's personal.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. I think the lyrics are true to his story, but the visual that was happening in the back that had the fire, I don't know if that's just about his character in the BU.
Yeah.
But either way, what he was saying, that what he'd wrote was obviously genuinely and true to him, not just a story.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was good.
I also like the fact that he says that when he's basically doing the piano talking to him, and when he says things like, I will always be there in some form. So like he may not have the same piano, but he'll always have a piano,
and he'll have
and music in some way in his life.
Yeah, exactly. And you can see why, even though I think it's a really good song, it's not necessarily one that I would have on the playlist to listen to very often, because like you say, the words are more important rather than it being it's not melody you can jam along to while you're driving and things.
Song.
Yeah,
it's
more
a
what
message
it means.
song.
Yeah. So, but I haven't heard or listened to that for a long time.
But it definitely was very spoken word, especially at the beginning.
Yeah, it was like slam poetry or something. Yeah, that was good. And I thought obviously having the piano on stage was very cool, but then having the classical instruments played as well was nice. It's very interesting. But yeah.
And also it didn't have a clear verse, chorus...
anatomy of a song, no.
Which is, again, what I think makes it sound very spoken word.
Like a poem, more so than a song.
Yeah.
I imagine that could have been created out of Yoongi having... because he has said that he has, like, he writes down his thoughts and stuff, and if later he uses them as lyrics, then so be it. But I imagine that would have been stuff written down. It may have been written down like a journal entry or something, so maybe it was never intended to be a song, which is why it doesn't follow that normal format. But again, that's so cool that you can take something and make it into something performative. which is nice. It would have felt, it could have possibly risked feeling less authentic if you were like, oh, I have to put these lyrics or these words around. I have to put a hook and I have to put a chorus. It would have, it wouldn't have hit the same.
No.
So I'm glad that it was just left that way. Good.
Yeah. Definitely feels like an insight into him.
Oh, he's very deep.
So we have a compilation which is if Comfort was a person, it would be Min Yoongi. Which goes really nicely with the fact that he just told us his comfort was music and the piano.
This is true.
He's our comfort.
And we're having some comfort with cake.
Food is my comfort.
Yup.
Food and rum BGS, I think.
And we always have a little cake for their birthdays.
Yeah, so these little mini egg cakes.
Why not?
아무튼 오늘 그 이제 아까 슈가 얘기했지만 3주는 좀 만점이죠.
I love that hair on him. Aww.
Aww.
Oh, bless him.
아일랜드 들어와 처음 하는 합숙 생활을 하면 꼭 리더가 아니더라도 리더를 돕는 상황이 생기고 좋은 팀을 만들기 위해 리더십의 필요성에 대해 느끼게 되었습니다. 이런 거 고민한다고? 대박이다. 과연 모두에게 좋은 영향을 주는 리더십이란 무엇일까?
한 번 더 엉덩이를 뗄 수 있는 사람이 되는 게 좋은 리더십인 것 같아요. 근데 저도 잘 못했어요, 사실은. 참 리더지.
내가 이때까지 본 리더 중에 형이 짱이에요.
고맙다. 사실 리더들한테 뭐 별다른 베네핏은 없는데 책임감 엄청 있거든요. 가장 최근에 오랜 시간 동안 대화를 나눈 멤버가 있잖아요. 누구와 어떤 스타일의 얘기를 나눴는지.
우리끼리 술 한잔 마시면서 되게 얘기 많이 떠들었잖아요.
그러니까 뭐 울고 막. 그때 슈경이 진짜 너무 울어가지고. 민기 울어보라. 용이 형이 한 번 울잖아. 그럼 수도꼭지 수도꼭지 울었어. 오열했어. 왜 그래 나는 그날 민기 갑자기 울는데 형도 같이 울었잖아요.
It's so funny though, they set each other off when they cry. Because it's like if you see one of them crying, the other one will go, yeah.
Some people like me are just winging it through life.
네, 28년 아메 여러분들 제띠입니다. 제띠 여러분들 대박 나죠. 그리고 2017년 굉장히 재밌는 일이 많았지만 2018년에도 재밌는 일이 더 많을 거예요. 다시 이거 다 해야 되고 꼭 모두 이루시고 꿈이 없으신 분들 괜찮습니다. 꿈 없을 수도 있어요. 행복하시면 됩니다. 행복하게 새해를 시작하면서 행복하게.
Look at that nose, it's perfection.
19살 때 데뷔를 하고 지금
데뷔했을 때 지금 했던 거 똑같아요. 아 맞아, 아니야. 근데 그럴 수 있어요. 이 친구는 연습생 배우기 꿈이었기 때문에. 꿈이 연습생 되는 거였어요. 그러니까 그때의 만족도랑 지금 만족도랑 비슷할 수 있어요. 그럴 수 있네요. 근데 기반은 연습생 배우는 제 그만 알렸지.
Aww.
하나, 둘, 셋.
Aww. So cute. I watched this.
이 공연을 기다리고 있는 전 세계 수많은 분들을 저희가 꼭 찾아가야 되니까
There's your first lie.
되게 잠시만 있었는데 그만 여기로
Oh dear.
이게 정말 찾아갈 거니까
But I am worried, Yoongi.
잠시의 나사를 좀 생각하고 잠시 잠깐만
Yeah, see?
기다린다라고 생각하고
He just told you! Be
I
patient.
have been waiting patiently for years, and you're going back to where you've already been.
네. 하영이나 프로그램에서 잠시 공개돼서 어때요? 그게 엄청 많은 팬들이 좋아해 주시더라고요. 기분이 너무 좋았어요.
Aww.
혹시 지정 좀 됐어요? 네. 아, 괜찮아요? 네, 진행됐어요.
Oh.
혹시 오늘 소감이 어떠신가요? 하고 싶은 말 있나요? I just wish happiness for everyone. 또 혹시 하시고 싶은 말 또 있나요? 정말 행복해 보이시는데. I'm shy. 잘 보이? What I want to say. We love you.
남준이를 참된 리더라고. 아니 이게 매번 이야기하는 거지만 중간에서 이렇게 조율을 하는 거는 진짜 이거는 그런 사람이니까 가는 거예요. 맞아.
It's like he's so grateful that he doesn't have to do that job.
Possibly partly that, yeah.
그냥 그게 안 될 거예요. 그게 쉽지가 않아요.
그거는 진짜 맞는 말이다.
오빠는 힘들 때 뭘로 견뎌냈나요? 전 오빠 랩 들으면서요. 힘들 때는 뭐 사람마다 다르겠지만 좀 답이 없다고 생각합니다. 그냥 버티는 게
So cute.
이런 거야. 맞아요. 되게 간단하고 되게 성의 없게 들릴지 모르겠지만 그게 저는 그게 다르더라고요. 그 시간 지나 보면 다 재밌는 기억이 되더라고요. 다 그렇다는 건 아니에요. 저는 개인적으로는 그래요. 시간이 지나봐야지. 아무리 힘들어도 시간이 지나봐야지.
He seems to be a big believer in just do you.
정확하게 볼 수 있고 힘듦의 강도. 시간 지나보면 다 이제 웃으면서 넘어가지. 버티는 게 좀 그래요. I don't understand, but I love you. 그래요. 이해하지 않아도 그래요. 이게 언어를 초월하지 우리는. 정말 만약에 결과가 좋지 않더라도 사실상 그렇게 막 낙담을 할 필요가 없어요. 세상이 무너질 것 같겠지만 자기가 원하는 결과가 아니면 무너질 것 같겠지만 그러지 않습니다. 삶은 그러지 않아요. 넘어져도 일어나는 게 중요하고 힘내라고 잘 될 거라고 그러래요. 여러분들이 힘내시고 잘 될 겁니다. 이거는 제가 약속드립니다. 여러분들 잘 될 거예요. 저 오늘 취직했어요. 축하드립니다. 맛있는 거 드세요. 소고기.
저도 한 곡 뽑아 올리겠습니다. 가끔 슈가가 저의 상처를 치유해 줄 때가 있죠. 아 설마.
그래서 슬럼프 때는
He was probably waiting for the rest of it from Jin.
나는 무엇인가에 대해서 조금 더 집중을 해보셨으면 좋겠어요. 어떠한 것보다 어떠한 일, 어떠한 것보다 가장 소중한 게 나다 보니까 나한테 조금 더 집중하시면 좀 헤쳐나갈 수 있는 방법이 있지 않을까요? 항상 우리는 아미를 위해 무대를 서고 음악을 한다는 것을 알아주셨으면 좋겠고 지금처럼 오래도록 함께 했으면 좋겠습니다. 오늘처럼 특별한 날 아미라는 존재가 옆에 있어서 굉장히 든든합니다. 그리고 7명이서 맞는 7번째 6월 13일 그리고 여기 곁을 지켜주시는 아미 여러분들 수고했어. 오늘도
힘들 때 나를 위로해 주는 말 듣고 싶은 말이 있다면 난 슈가 형이 잘한다 들으면
Aww. actually does that as well.
다니면서 너무 괜찮겠다.
이거 내가 먹으면 진짜 이거 다 먹을 수 있는 건데.
너 옛날에 김치도 못 먹었잖아.
그런 약간 좀 남사스러운 얘기 하지 말자.
김치 못 먹는 거 왜? 못 먹는 거 있잖아.
저거.
야 조성구 야?
야너 사서 하자 빨리.
약간 생긴 게 되게 이쁘네.
너무 짜증나지 마. 짜증났어.
야 내가 이렇게 자연에서 또 써보는 건 또 처음이네.
아 좋아 잘 나와. 나 저번에 윈도스 때 많이 써놨잖아.
이게 이렇게 멜로디 써놓고 이게 또 가사 이렇게 막 하나가 멜로디 또 바뀌면 기분 좋은 거 나오네.
데미 해가지고.
저희 솔로곡은 세렌디피티죠? 그렇죠. 생각한 것보다 훨씬 더 많은 분들이 좋아해 주셨고요. 이걸 알리. 아 역시 누가 가사를 써서 그래. 아 진짜 이 노래 안 쓰죠? 그럼 이 노래 진명인가? 정확히 진리입니다. 진리입니까? 진리? 잠깐만 지금 지민이 소개 시간이다.
꿈을 포기했어요. 어떤 사연이 있었는지 모르겠지만 굉장한 용기가 있었을 거라고 생각이 들어요. 과감한 포기는 엄청난 용기입니다. 그리고 소망했어요. 파이팅.
Oh, with the song and that one, it's like Yoongi's emotional side.
It was for a reason. He's trying to get back in your good books.
Yeah, he is. As I said, he seems to very much live by you do you.
I think he doesn't, being able to speak from experience and where he's suffered with depression in the past, I think he just doesn't want people to worry about things which, when you grow up, you realise they're insignificant. He wants them to realise that sooner, rather than, you know, I mean, to a certain extent, everyone has to figure that out on their own.
Yeah.
But he's at least trying to give the advice of, like, don't worry about things that they won't matter, I swear to God. Like, they won't matter. So it's
And
nice.
I feel like he's the person that understands that the, say, traditional path of life is not for everyone. Like, not everyone will excel academically. That's okay. If that's not you, you might excel somewhere else.
Yeah, and that's very important in Korean culture,
Yeah.
to have
Or-
someone saying that to you.
As a woman, maybe I don't want to grow up, get married and have children. Maybe I don't want to do that. That's okay. You know, he's very much that's fine.
Yeah, you can
Find what makes you happy and do that.
make
That's
your
not
own path. Yeah.
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 Because it's not, I don't think their stance is that they necessarily want to go against, like, what your parents are telling you or
Yeah.
things like that, but they're like, you know, still try your best at school,
Yeah.
but as long as you know you tried your best, like, that's okay. So
Well, I think that's the thing, even here about academics, it's okay to say to someone, if that's not you or you don't excel at that, that's okay. Still try. Doesn't mean you should just give up at school.
Yeah.
Still try, but doesn't mean you have to pin your whole life on that and let that get you down.
Yeah. And I liked what he said when he said to somebody who said, I've given up on my dream.
Yeah.
He said there's courage in that.
Yeah, there is.
So that's cool. Yep. Again, natural kind of, not public speaker in the way that RM is, although we know RM does still get nervous. He says that and he practices a lot. But he has a lot to say and there's a lot of substance there. So he is, in a way, a natural born leader because he can show people that.
I think he is a natural born leader, but the things he says about RM, it's a bit like, I like leading when I want to. He clearly would not want RM's responsibilities.
No.
I think he's just a leader in a different way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's just the clips that they picked, but he seems to have a particular soft spot for Tae. Aren't they from a similar area?
They've got they've got. He's Daegu. It's interesting because when you see all of them have kind of special, unique little bonds in pairs between them. So it's not like he doesn't have that with anybody else, but it's different with each of them. Because, he's got a nice little bond with J-Hope, and then his bond with Jin is different, and with RM and Jin. Yeah, it's different.
It's almost like what we saw there with Tae, is that he takes on that big brother support role with him. Looks out for him.
And you saw it with JK as well. With
JK, it felt like more of a, I'm going to set him on the right path, as in, like, you need to come focus. I know what you need for that. I'm going to get you set. Whereas Tae, it felt a bit more arm round him, like, I've got you.
Well, it's interesting because actually it's like people's love languages, but also the way they like to receive. Like, Jimin loves to hear compliments. And so that's why he knew that for Jimin, he will speak it. But also it means a lot to Jimin because Suga doesn't say it very often. Yeah. So so he'll go and comfort them in the ways that is specific to them. It means a lot to them. And again, like, he won't talk about them out loud, but the fact that he knows that. He knows how to do that. It's a sign of
love on its own.
Exactly. Yeah. He can't deny it. He does love them.
Oh, of course.
So, yeah, that's cute.
I think that's the comfort of Yoongi is that his answer is always, it's okay.
Oh my God.
And it will be okay, you know.
He is their brown piano. He's always there. Even if they forget. Even if he's not always at the forefront. But he's
always in the background, ready for when they need him.
Yeah. Aww. He is the brown piano.
So happy birthday, Yoongi. I hope you get to spend it with a lie-in to start, because that's what you want.
He prioritises sleep.
Yeah. A good breakfast.
Yeah, he likes food.
Yeah.
He likes food.
Then visits from the guys, but they don't overstay their welcome because you still need your quiet.
Yeah. But,
and a nice drink. He likes a drink, doesn't he? Yeah. And cake, of course.
Yeah.
And some good food.
That's what I mean. Yeah, he likes. I think he likes the short rib soup. Wherever. I like all Korean food. It looks so good. I always get hungry when I watch them eat eating. So
and have a great day.